ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Hare.
Hare Krishna. Good morning. We'll be reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, that's status quo, Chapter 3, the Lord's activities outside of Vrindavan. Did I say right? Proper words.
Yes.
The Lord's pastimes out of Vrindavan. And today's verse is 27, which is second last. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Hiranyam Rajatam Sayyam Vasamsya Jina Kambalam Jnanam Rathanibhan Kanya Dharam Vrittikarim Hiranyam Rajatam Sayyam Vasamsya Jina Kambalam Jnanam Rathanibhan Kanya Dharam Vrittikarim Hiranyam Rajatam Sayyam Vasamsya Jina Kambalan Yanam Rathanibhan Kanya Dharam Vrittikarim. Please recite.
Hiranyam rajatam sayyam vasamsi ajinakam balan yanam rathan ibhan kanya dharamrutti karimapi.
Hare Krishna. Haranyam Rajatam Shayam Vasam Yagina Kampalang Yanam Ratan Iban Kanya Dharam Vritti Karam Api. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hiranyam Rajitam Sayyam Vasamya Ajina Kambalam Yanam Ratan Iban Kanya Dharam Vrittikarim Api. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hirannam rajatam shayam bhasamsi ajina kambalam yan ratham ibhan kanya dharam vritti karimapi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hiranyam Rajatam Shayam Vasamsya Hajina Tambalan Yanam Ratan Ivan Kanya Dharam Vritti Karimapi. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hiranyam rajatam shayam vasamsya jina kambalan yanam ratan iban kanya dharam viti karim api.
Thank you. So we'll go for synonyms. Hiranyam, gold. Rajatam, gold coins. Sayyam, bedding. Vasamsi, clothing. Ajina, animal skin for seats. Kambalan, blankets. Yanam, horses. Rathan, chariots. Ivan, elephants. Kanya, girls. Dharam, land. Vrittikarim, to provide livelihood. Api, also. Translation: the Brahmanas were not only given the well-fed cows in charity, but also gold, gold coins, bedding, clothing, animal skin seats, blankets, horses, elephants, girls, and sufficient land for maintenance. Purport: all these charities were meant for the Brahmanas, whose lives were devoted entirely to the welfare of the society, both spiritually and materially. The Brahmanas were not given their services as paid servants, but the society provided them with all necessities. It was arranged for some of the Brahmanas who were in difficulty for marriage to be given girls. The Brahmanas therefore had no economic problems. The Kshatriya kings and rich mercantile men would provide them with all that they needed. And in exchange, the Brahmanas were completely devoted to the elevation of society. That was the way of social cooperation between the different castes. When the Brahmana class or caste gradually became easygoing, being fed by the society, although they had no Brahmanical qualifications, they degraded themselves into Brahmabandhus or disqualified Brahmanas. And thus, other members of society also gradually fell down from the social standard of progressive life. As described in Bhagavad Gita, the caste system is the creation of the Lord and is arranged according to the quality of work rendered to society, and not in terms of birthright, as falsely claimed in the present degraded society. Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Paschyata Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. The Brahmanas were not only given well-fed cows in charity, but also gold, gold coins, bedding, clothing, animal skin seats, blankets, horses, elephants, girls, and sufficient land for maintenance. Hare Krishna, good morning. Welcome everyone. I would like to seek blessings from all the assembled Vaishnavas, and seek your permission to share on this subject matter today. So, this is the Yadus, Vrishnis, Bhojas, and Andhakas. Primarily, they visited Prabhasa Kshetra. And they visited Prabhasa Kshetra. They are Kshatriyas. They all are Kshatriyas. And they offered, their rituals. They offered their worship. And they offered charity. Particularly here, Uddhava is remembering the Lord's activities outside of Vrindavan, what he did in Vrindavan, what he did outside of Vrindavan, because it is worth remembering. about the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In that conversation between Uddhava and Vidura, Uddhava is remembering what the Yadus has done when they arrived at Pravasa Kshetra, and how they try to please the Brahmanas. So this is the primary subject matter Prabhupada writes on this purport today. So we see here, the Brahmanas were not only given well-fed cows in charity, but also gold coins, bedding, clothing, everything, all the necessities of life. All the necessities of life. I have some notes I wanted to share also. So, and when we offer prayers to Lord Krishna, we offer this prayer: Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmanitaya Cha Jagahitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Nama. Namo Brahmana Devaya. In the well-wish of Go and Brahmana. Brahman and Go, both are very important mentioned in the Vedic culture, actually. And that's why it's within the prayers of Lord Krishna itself. Go and Brahmana has to be not only protected and served as well. It reminds me of a cow. How Krishna loves his cow so much. All the Brajavasis, not all the Brajavasis actually. The gopis were preparing some pearls necklaces for, I think it's during Diwali. So Krishna approaches, if we can have some pearls. They asked for what? Well, I'll make necklaces for the cows. I'll make necklaces for the cows. So all the gopis freak out. So that's why I say, okay, then I will make my own pearls. He gets the pearls from Mother Yashoda, borrows from her, and he plants the pearls and grows the pearls tree. And so many pearls comes, and he puts the necklaces to all these cows. Krishna is wonderful. He can do all these things. But all we can learn is his love for and care for the cows, and showing with his example how important the cows are in this society. Very, very important. And we know that what is the traumatized and worst condition the cows are. Well, why the cows are in that situation? And those are worshipable objects, the worshipable entities, supposed to be taken care by the 4 orders and 4, which is ashramas and varnas and ashramas, all of them supposed to be taking care of the cows. Why this situation has come? Degradation. Recently in India, there's a uproar happening, with regards to offering animal fat. And animal fat means, not ghee. The really getting ghee, getting fat out of the animal's flesh, or and their bodies, whatever way they can get it, and make ghee, duplicate ghee, adulterated ghee. Actually, it's not a ghee at all. So many different kind of fat, they use it and make it ghee, and they sell it, and they make laddus and for in the temple. It was well known actually to so many people already, that these ghee are not pure, they're adulterated, they're artificial. But still, no one was raising any concern for this. Because there's no cows where the geese will come from. Without cow, there is no question of ghee, and without ghee, there is no question of yajna. The Krishna made cow is for the purpose of yajna, and here yajna particularly, the issue is happening is referring to, making sweet offerings made out of pure ghee. So they found out, and a lot of research going on at this time. And they know that it's all this contaminated stuff being sold. Then why? Because why the society is doing like this? We have to go further, not just um, raising concerns. Oh, okay, this happened, and stopping, rather nailing it down the root cause of it. The root cause of it is because people are uneducated about the importance of the ghee, importance of the cow, how important to protect them. They're uneducated, and who will educate them? That's why Krishna is saying, "Go Brahman hitayacha." Without Brahmanas, there is no education. So it means we don't have Brahmanas. We may have so-called Brahmanas. We don't have a qualified Brahmanas. Qualified Brahmanas. Because of lack of qualified Brahmanas, the society is become very much remains in darkness. Because the society lives in darkness, they're prone to commit sinful activities. As they commit sinful activities, they were prone to suffer in this world. Thus, suffering, is known to everyone now. Unnecessary war, everywhere, and there's a constant competition going on in collecting the warfares at the cost of utilizing all their money, hard-earned money, taxes which the citizens give. It is utilized to accumulate the warfare weapons. And the wars are there constantly, we can see. That's what the whole world is directing towards it. And then we can see there's always, scarcity of water, constantly happening because greed. The scarcity of water, my son, younger one, learned in school. He's writing and doing some presentation, so solutions to how to provide solutions for the scarcity of water in the school. So, they're coming up with different ideas. Maybe we'll get, water from the ocean, treat the ocean water, sea water, and do it. All these different ideas. But Shastra has a different direction. We can see drought and places were supposed to be dry or deserted area. Those places got flooded. And somewhere, I think Morocco or somewhere, got a lot of rain, a lot of water. Some Arabian countries like that. And food crisis, constant food crisis. We can see the quality of food has degraded. It's all misguided civilization. And that is misguided civilizations because of a lack of Brahmanas, qualified Brahmanas. Because that's why Prabhupada came actually, to build those Brahmanas, create those Brahmanas by training them. We all are being trained to become Brahmanas. Only Brahmanas can understand the purpose of life. Only Brahmanas can give the direction to the society. As Prahlad Maharaj says, Nate vidu swarthagatim Vishnu. If Brahmanas do not train, the Brahmanas are not there, the society will go in different directions. An example, I am sitting here today with all of association is because of my association with Brahmanas. The Brahmanas trained me, guided me, my goal of life, what I need to do, where I need to proceed. It's because of the Brahmanas we are here. When I say Brahmanas means, Vaishnavas are also Brahmanas by default. So, but uncivilized society at this time, they do not know the goal of life is, attaining Vishnu. Nati Vidhu Sarthagatim Vishnu, attaining Vishnu. Rather, we go many, many plans, many, many directions, constantly disturbed. Constantly disturbed. That's why in a civilized society, such as Yadus, Andhakas, and it's mentioned in Kurus, in the civilized society, they know the difference between head and the leg, and what is the importance of protection. Everything is important, but especially the head is protected all the time. When we drive in India, especially two-wheelers, you need to have a helmet. Protection needs to the whole body, but primarily they protect the head. Because if the head is not there, what is the use of such full body? So civilized society is conscious of importance of Brahmana, and they nourish them, they water them, they support them. They are not envious of the Brahmanas. And who are the? It's a particular. It says the qualified Brahmanas. The qualified Brahmanas means not fake Brahmanas. Those their occupation is patan patan, jajan jajan, dana, pratigraha. Patan patan means they will study the scriptures and they will teach the scriptures. They will worship, and at the same time they will worship, help the society in their worship. Till now, it is prominent in India. Yes, Brahmanas come home, they perform all the samskaras needed, and they will remind you also your upcoming. If anyone is passed away from your family, it's annual ceremony, Shraddha ceremony. They will come. Oh, your Shraddha is coming this time. Can you believe? We may be forgetting, but they will come. Do you all have such experience? Anyone had such kind of experience in the Brahmanical society?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Ah,
In Himachal Pradesh, it's on all the different important days, Ekadashi and other days, and the Brahmanas, they come home and they for dakshina, and we give them something. But they come home and remind today is something important.
Till now happens,
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Not only that, Brahmanas knows the Thidi and the particular time and particular day we should do it. That's what they tell us.
Right.
So
They come and
not the
educate.
date only just the particular Thidi. It may not be the same date, but they
Yes.
tell that particular star and other things.
Yes. Very nice. It's how important it is.
Yeah.
More than that, I noticed that even the anniversaries, especially death anniversaries, I think they come and remind us. I think they write it down in the record.
Yeah.
They come and remind us. They do the very important work for the upliftment of the spirit soul. So it's degrading gradually. We all know it's degrading, but a civilized society is known as Yadus and mentioned here. When they arrived at Pravas Kshetra, a very interesting story, a very interesting point here mentioned here. Look at this. What did they give in charity? Well-fed cows. No, it's not just cows, it's well-fed cows. No, we can give some focus on this. I remember a conversation with Prabhupada and his disciples. Initial days, there's no much musical instruments are there. And I don't know where this happened though. So Prabhupada saw a mridang and this casual conversation is happening. And he asked, oh, how much it is? So the devotee said, nothing, free. So Prabhupada was kind of said, again he asked, how much you paid for this? Prabhupada, because Prabhupada didn't understand the full background. The devotees say, no, it's just free. Then Prabhupada says, how did you give free? Then the devotees say, well, it was broken, so somebody gave us a gift. So Prabhupada immediately laughed. He quoted in Bengal, there's a saying. What is that saying? Kana, if your cow becomes blind, give them in charity. If a cow becomes blind, and give them in charity. So nowadays, charity is still there many times, and the charity is in mode of kind of ignorance mostly. Mode of charity also in three kinds: mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. Hey, you don't need it, or it's useless, or you already used it, it's not worth for you, just give it up. That's a charity called nowadays mostly. So no, cows in charity means well-fed cows in charity means we give charity which is in the best condition. I was just focusing on just one point here. Well-fed is how important. We should be conscious, because who you're giving? Brahmanas. You're giving Brahmanas, and so we cannot be envious of Brahmanas. That society, that personality which is going to contribute to the society in their journey, both materially and spiritually, they need to be taken care. And they need to be taken care. And not only cows, everything, the gold, the coins, the bedding, clothing, they're necessities. A Brahmana naturally is satisfied. At the same time, they make their life simple. Interesting incident in about Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya is also a Brahmana. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nimai is born, Advaita Acharya and Mother Sita, they came to see Nimai. And you all remember that they brought so much of gifts for Nimai. And Nimai is also born in Brahmin family, right? Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra, they are Brahmanas. And Advaita Acharya and Mother Sita, they're also Brahmanas. But the list of things mentioned how much charity, how much gifts they gave. This is not charity, they gave as a gift to Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra. So there Prabhupada writes, we can see the situation of Advaita Acharya. He was opulent. So Brahmanas can be renounced, but simultaneously they can be opulent. Means they are not attached. And how did they get all this money from? Simply from charities, because Brahmanas doesn't have any other occupation. Danam pratigraham. Dana means they gave charity of knowledge, and pratigraha means, if I understand pratigraha, means they accept charity for their maintenance. That's what it is. Now, a few points here, Prabhupada mentions. All these charities were meant for the Brahmanas, whose lives were devoted entirely to the welfare of society, both spiritually and materially. Due to some of the experience I have in ISKCON society, we do up to some extent. Many times we don't appreciate the importance of the Brahmana's contribution. We think that, why this person is not doing anything? Well, one is physically may not be working outside as a labor, but one studies Shastras and is trying to teach others and the Shastras. That's also a very important activity, because they're devoted entirely to the welfare of society. We cannot compare, say, condemn, they are not digging the hole, or they are not doing manual labor. I think it's okay. Brahminical nature is also very important. They will teach the society in the goal of life and how to attain that goal of life, which is Prema Pramartha. Brahmanas were not giving their services as paid servants, but the society provided them with all necessities. It was arranged for some of the Brahmanas who were in difficulty for marriage to be given the girls. Those are not married, they were given the girls because these are Kshatriyas, they could give. And they had no economic problems. Actually, my observation now also, if you see those are trained Brahmanas, their lifestyle is very different as compared to others. They're still clean, they're still vegetarians, even though they don't follow the Brahminical, proper Brahminical duties. But the remnants, the culture they attain, still they are living pretty much mode of goodness. But what happened is, the current situation, people condemn the caste system, but Krishna made this system so that there's a cooperation between that societies. The Kshatriyas, Vaishyas would give genuinely, nicely the childish, the Brahmanas, the head of the society. So whole society can be benefited. Whole society can be benefited. But due course of time, and it become Prabhupada writes easygoing. Easygoing means when they say, oh, if your Brahman is just accepting, not doing their duty, can also disturb the society. Not educating actually, because if you don't educate, others will challenge you. Hey, what this guy is doing, simply taking and eating, claiming everything. So there's agitation in the society. There's condemn. Now, so many societies are completely against about Brahminical. I meet some of the Brahmins from South India. I discuss about them, and they say that till now, all these benefits are made for the society of who are economically low or different areas. Even the Brahmins also can be economically very low, but doesn't mean that they get benefit just because they are Brahmanas. Just because they are Brahmanas. So I don't know what we can do for the whole world, but it's an education reminding for myself also in our society how we can appreciate the Brahminical culture by living and nourishing and supporting the Brahmanas, so that more and more devotees can be engaged in, on the Shastras and also teaching the whole society who are constantly suffering due to ignorance. Constantly suffering due to ignorance. So this is the incident is happening when Krishna is planning. Krishna will plan or planned how to annihilate. Not annihilate, yeah, I think we can say annihilate the unnecessary burdens which has been created. After his mission is fulfilled, he established the dharma, the principles of dharma. Yudhishthira Maharaj has become king. And it's time for removing the unnecessary burden from the earth, including his own descendants, Yadus, Vrishnis, Andhakas, everyone. In another way, says Krishna has interesting plans. No one can understand. And how he plans to, clear out so many overpowered Kshatriyas, which is there's no need of it. He cleared everybody, so many Akshanis. Now, so my so many are still there who are actually part of my descendants, and I will kill. So with this plan, and all of them has come to Pravas and offer, they are worshipped, they offer the charity, as it is a yajna dana tapa. According to the Shastra, when you perform yajna, you have to give charity. Also, without giving charity, the yajna does not get over. In Krishna consciousness, we do Sankirtana yajna, and we distribute prasada as a charity. That's what I understand. So I will stop it here. Please share some of your thoughts and corrections on this subject. This is what Prabhupada wrote, that's why I could not share much. But you can feel.
Krishna Prabhu?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your class. I'm wondering, would it have been then primarily the Kshatriyas who would give in charity to the Brahmins rather than the Vaishyas and Shudras. The Shudras probably didn't have much to give, but Prabhupada mentions specifically in the purport that it's the Kshatriya kings and rich mercantile. So that would be the Vaishyas.
Yeah.
So the Shudras then probably were not able to give in charity.
So this also give charity. Actually, there's an interesting point you made. There's a propaganda. So this means low. When we look into the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when the description about the Sudras was given, is so wonderful quality. Sudra is also not a bad in Vedic society. Even Sudras follow the Vedas. The 5th class who do not follow the Vedas. Because they follow the Vedas, even Sudras also very nice disciplined culture. I don't know how many of them observed. If you go in rural areas of India, there are many, they're carpenters and they build the houses and many things they do. But their houses are clean, their lives are very clean, they are very favorable to sadhus, and they give charity according to their capacity also.
Very nice.
But primarily because mercantiles have a more riches, and mercantile family, everyone, they give taxes to Kshatriyas. So Kshatriyas are like sun. The Kshatriyas are like sun who extract the water throughout the day, throughout the year, and gives the water when there's a need. So the real Kshatriyas are those who are endowed with proper knowledge, what to do and what not, whom to fund and what not to fund. So they have the money. It's like, no matter what, Kshatriyas has more power, or the rulers has a power. Now government has a power. So the funds are with them. So they either invest in the wrong place or they invest in the right place. It depends on their skills, their knowledge. So so Kshatriyas have the ability to do that. So those days Kshatriyas had, they were trained before they take the position. They go to schools, they were trained on spiritually. So they knew the value of Brahmanas. But now the Kshatriyas are, they are not trained. It's like how fame you are by different, some of the becomes, movie actors, they become Kshatriyas, they're warriors or politicians, especially in India. I don't know in America they become like that or not, but in India it's very famous. You act in movie for some years and become famous and you become popular, and it's natural that you come out and people will give you vote and you make the call.
We also have in America Arnold Schwarzenegger and Ronald Reagan. Our fine president. He also actor. His wife was an actress as well.
And I heard, thank you. And I heard that Ukraine president also, he was some comedian or something.
Comedian.
Well, I'm not saying anything on that, but I'm saying that think before you elect your leader. Bhagavad Gita teaches us who should be the leadership qualities. We should think properly. Now actors and actresses and comedians are ruling the society. So whole life is becoming like comedy. Even though you want to work hard, even though you're doing everything good, you financially, you have some support, but still your mind is always agitated and disturbed. Why? Because of the insecurity in the society. Insecurity in society. So, thank you for sharing that.
But nowadays, Brahmins are not Brahmins anymore. Kshatriyas are not Kshatriyas anymore. Because I think in Kali Yuga, everything is changing. And Brahmins supposed to tell us a particular this Ekadasi, Dwadasi, and what is that speciality? All those things, knowledge they should have. They don't have it. They don't have anymore.
This Varnashrama system is already gone because our generation, the current generation is everyone goes to different school and they study differently. So
for example, I had my husband's anniversary in California, and my son called Brahman. You know what time he came? Early morning, 5 o'clock. Which is not supposed to be done at early morning. It has to be done at noon only. Those kind of things, they should be done at noon only, not at morning.
But I want to refer to that the statement that nowadays Brahmins are not Brahmins means, okay, Varnashrama system, the Brahmins, they're not training for Brahmins, we understand that. But in a spiritual society like ISKCON, we are training Brahmins. You and me, we are getting trained by Brahmins at this time.
Yeah.
We are here at this time because of the Brahmins. All we need to do is water this, support this Brahminical culture. Then only it will grow. In a field, if you have a weed or if you have a spinach, it depends on who you water. If you water the thorn weed, the weed will grow. If you water the in the spinach
will that grow. I can understand, Prabhu. But what I'm saying is, they're doing with their own convenience.
Well,
they
we are not
I cannot come such and such a time.
Yeah.
So that is what bothers me, because no, they should be coming at whatever supposed to be done at the time only, not early morning 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock, my daughter-in-law started cooking and doing something, prasadam and everything for whatever he required, and then he wanted all the things, dal, rice, everything in packets, there's dry ones. He wanted to take it. He will take home.
We will send you good Brahmanas, don't worry.
Not anymore. He's not in California anyway. But what I'm saying is, it bothered me when I was there. It was bothered me. And he spent the money also. He gave him dakshina. He gave him all the dal and rice and everything packed.
Well, I'm sorry to tell. Who invited him?
My son only.
Well, it's his problem.
He believed that he's a Brahmin.
No, that's without discrimination, knowing qualified or not. That we made that call. When you go to
what I'm saying is,
yeah. Okay, I think we understand that. That's the whole subject matter. The Brahmins is degraded, but in ISKCON we are teaching that is available. We make our choices.
That's true. That's true. But he doesn't have any other source to call anybody there.
Right. Yes.
That's why.
Thank you. Any other comments? It's 8:39.
Not only here in India, also they are doing like that. They eat nice breakfast and they come.
Yeah.
For the pujas.
Any other comments? Questions? Corrections? Sorry, please don't take me if anything stated. Basically, the whole idea is revive the Brahminical culture. Prabhupada says we expect that not everyone will become Brahmins, but at least certain
not everyone cannot become
can become. So they will at least protect the society. So that's what I have. So we will stop it here. If no one has comments. Vancha kalpatarvyascha Hare Krishna. Everyone have one.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
I need to know how to stop it.
I'll stop it, Prabhu.
Oh, okay. Thank you.